kama tunaweza saidiana mimi na wewe wala ambao tuko na.
That is a wrong point of view. That is very wrong. If we are serious and we just go to the road and protest seriously, we can let down the government, even tomorrow. It is not a must that you wait for 20. Oh, we've learned. You are saying that you want to learn. We've learned. We've learned. The 2 years that they have been in power, we've learned. We've learned enough. There's nothing to learn anymore. Yeah. So you can, thank you, Fabrice. I think those are the few remarks I can put across.
Thank you so much, son of it. That is true. Revolution cannot come on a silver platter. You have to fight for it. Wangu, kindly open the mic and give us your submission. Then we go to Toria. Let's hear from our ladies. Then we'll come back. Oh, Wangu, I think you have issue with your internet. Kindly request again. Toria, in the meanwhile, go ahead, give us a submission. Toria. Oh.
Babish.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Kiasi kidogo.
Toria.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, Sylvia. Sawa. Toria. Okay, as you're waiting for Toria. Yeah, go ahead, Toria.
Nakwambia just a minute nakuja.
Okay, ngoja ni approve Wangu. Wangu, yeah, go ahead Wangu. Now your speaker is okay, it's on. Nakusikia, go ahead. Nakusikia loud and clear sasa.
Yeah.
So the network imekusumbua.
Yeah. So as I was saying, saizi we are at a very crucial point. Na kama vile wengi wetu wanasema we are at crossroads. Ile unapata so many things are happening at once. Njia tunapelekwa hii, tunazungushwa hii, tunazungushwa the other way around. Lakini sasa we will win if we remain focused on the issues. Yeah, like now nasikia kina Kalonzo wanasema, kina Kalonzo wanasema. Right now, many people don't understand. Mtu kama Kalonzo, yeye ndiye alienda akasimamisha nomination ya BC kotini. There is that. Well, I don't know the details, every detail. Labda kuna watu wako hapa, they know more than me. Lakini what I'm saying is, some of these people are already playing their own games. They are not there looking at how do we solve our main issues. Our main issues in Kenya sai ni bad policies, systems zenye ziko dysfunctional. They are not working for us. How do we solve those? Si ati nani atakuwa kiongozi. No, that shouldn't be the main thing. Saizi wacha tufuate huyu, wacha tuunge huyu. No. It shouldn't be. We need to stand kila mtu kivyake. Ajiulize, what do I want for me and the generation to come? Watu wengine wenye tunafuata huyu na ule mwingine. We follow the issues rather than the people. Juu wale wengine wanatuwekea two blocks. And for me, in my opinion, I feel kama vile wengine wanasema hii chama na hii ingine sijui huyu, they will not help us. Mahali tumefika, tunajua Ruto ni nani, who we are dealing with. Bado mjue kuna Kwekwe School, hata kama hautuiski, bado iko very functional. Tunajua juu watu walijipata tuliona bodies. Tunasikia mochari zimejaa. So we know who we are dealing with kwa saa hii. Na yes, I agree with whoever said here kwa hii group that tulipoteza the sort of the main day ile yenye kila kitu inge tusongesha mbele the 25th. Lakini kulienda vile kulienda. Now where do we go from here? Mimi, and I choose my words, juu saa hii siyuko nyumbani. So nasikianga vibaya nikiambia watu oh, and then protest, go and protest. Lakini sasa mimi nasema tunafaa kuangalia kule kwingine, what is happening kule kwingine, kwa especially Africa, watu wenye wamepitia yale mambo tunapitia kama Burkina Faso na wale wengine. What have they gone through? What are they doing that is working now? And we think that way. Yes, I'm radical, but I think that's the only way. Juu huyu mwenye tuna deal na yeye, he is not akuji na flag na maji. Ako na squad yake kwa squad. Na watatumaliza. So what do we do? Huyu si ile ya 25th. Saa hii, yes, amepata hiyo time ya kuangalia. Na mafia wale wamemfuata wako macho. Wanamaliza one by one. What do we do? Ni kama watu watokee siku moja. Ndio hawezi huwa watu wote. Lakini tusaidiwe na KDF. Hiyo tu ndio nasema. If I sound so radical, but that's me. That's what I think will work. Asante.
We.
Yeah, thank you so much, Wangu. We have to continue fighting on, soldiering on. We don't have another option. Hatuna option ingine. Rasji, alafu ndio tuende kwa profesa, alafu tuende kwa hiyo. Eskowino, bado tu kidogo hapo, maanake ulikuwa ushaongea. Ngoja kwanza tusikie ambao walikuwa hajaongea. Rasji alikuwa na ribazo kidogo, alafu profesa, then hiyo bado hajaongea.
Fabish, unajua I think you all know Alex Mwakideo. He's a presenter. Now Alex Mwakideo is one of the Kenyans mwenye amekuwa akiunga mkono Adani. Naona kwa akipigia debe Adani. But ukitaka kujua power yenye Kenyans wako nao, Kenyans reacted, and today bibi ya Alex Mwakideo amejulia kwa Twitter ama hii space ya kwamba alikuwa anakula receptionist. Wow. So I'm just bringing this story as to people who think you can reduce this conversation or what Kenyans want to very small debates ama past. Because, and I'm saying this to a lot of respect to my friends, kuna jamaa amekuja hapa akaongea kuhusu Martha Karua, and I'm not here to speak on behalf of Martha Karua. Please, you know kuna watu wana and when we started talking, nilisema, please, ongea kama as an individual. Don't talk like unataka to carry the whole community. We know our brothers in the Luo land have done a lot and have been advocating for good governance. But wewe kama unataka kuangalia Karua kasema ati unajua Karua during the NAC coalition he denied Raila victory, so it is enough reason for you to say Karua does not fit to talk anything on behalf of change. Then you are lost. Then you go ahead and say that, you know, when Raila carried a bunch of files to the Supreme Court, so those two arguments forms the opinion that you can tell people now you cannot achieve, you know, currently as Ruto is hamumwezi, and these are the debates. Unajua, it's either you are pro movement or you are not. Hakutakuwa na story of fence sitting. There is no fence sitting. If you are preparing yourself to join the other side, gladly piga step moja mbili, enda kwa mtandao, sema mimi nimeingia huku. Naelewa. And I think there is something also very important I wanted my good friend, my very good Redemptor to know also. Redemptor is very genuine. And I want to remind Redemptor, unaona wale wa jamaa wenye ulisema juu kuna wakati niliongea kwa sema tuliform chama. Mimi I have never been a part of that chama. I have never donned any injects or anything. I'm not part of it. So I wanted just to clear, let me clear that. I have not been part. I just used to co-host a space with a guy mwenye ako associated na hiyo chama. But I don't think umeniona nikiwa kwa chama. But very important, nilikuwa nataka ni put across hiyo. Please let us avoid those. And then let us not carry also what happened. Because even today, it is very evident that even if, Mimi personally, I was in the machinery ya campaign for Raila. Mimi. But, nimekuja kurealize, even if we had elected Raila Odinga, we would not be having a solution in this country. So, tuaje time na God afanye. Kwa sababu even, okay, there is a place, most of you are not aware, the current president, Ruto, had planned to impeach Uhuru wakiwa in the last term. I don't know if you are aware of that. He had planned. He had approached Raila Odinga on impeaching Uhuru. So Uhuru, the reason why Uhuru kept quiet with Ruto all this time, he knew. Alikuwa alijua the only way ya kudeal na ujamaa wachana naye afanye hivyo. So to my Lake brothers, I can guarantee you we need to restart this country afresh because all these people are the same. They are all the same. Don't have this delusional that now that baba akona mguu moja kwa serikali, unaelewa? Sasa naweza anza kuongea something contrary to. Please don't be tempted. William Ruto will not help lawyers. I can guarantee you that. He will not help the laws. I can guarantee you that. The only people who will benefit with the Ruto administration are fellow thieves. And the thieves, they don't have a tribe. They don't have a tribe. Hawana. And let us take stock on what we have done best. Angalia kitu yenye wakina Anthony wamefanya. They were just, we knew them here hapo kwa space. They are stopping Adani. Wame-manage, wameenda, wame-achieve you. So there are the very good things and positive things we can take home. Angalia kanisa. Look how the church is now coming out. The same platform William Ruto used to fool pastors, evil, and the churches are the best avenues, the civic education. If all the pastors, umeanza kuona even wakina Wairimu, they are now calling out this government. So let us encourage church, to encourage kila mtu yote. You saw somebody here amekuja kwa his space. I want from the tone. I think he's from the military. He spoke some misimujui and ameongea kuhusu Ogola hapa. I can tell you there are so many people in the forces not comfortable with this government. So let us encourage. Don't put energy. Wacha kuleta ile energy ya kisiasa. Tuachane na hizo siasa duni. Mnielewa, tuachane na hizo siasa zetu za ukabila zenye nani. Some of us are saying, wakati tunasema story kama ya Rigiji, we don't love Rigiji. Hatumpendi. The only thing we are trying to say here is William Ruto anatumia he's already breaking, he's already mutilating, he's already disrespecting the constitution. Maana Rigiji ameenda kotini kama Mkenya, kama mimi na wewe. Maana so whether he will get justice huko, because even a thief can go has akona right ya kuenda kujidefend kule kotini. But what we are saying here, tusifurahie ati ameanguka. Tunajua ni mwizi kama Ruto, lakini tusiyakubali Ruto hatumie katiba kuivunja katiba. Look right now what he's doing in the judiciary. He wants Justice Mwilu and the Chief Justice to have a conflict. Naona anataka, sijui kama mnyi mmeona hiyo. He wants that conflict at the judiciary, and ndio atumie puppets wake kufanya yale anataka kufanya. And we should be very, very careful. At this particular time, the most important person, and you know, mimi, I'm restraining myself from attacking the judiciary. Let us not attack the judiciary. Kwa sababu acha nikuambie, nchi ikichomeka ni judiciary itatusaidia. Si baba atakusaidia, si mtu mwingine atakusaidia. Na ndio kila mtu hapa, na ndio kuna watu wanasema wale wenye wanapursue the justice way, the constitutional way, wacha washike hiyo barabara. They do it. Wale wenye tumeamua the forest way, Fibisha anajua ni nini tunamaanisha. Tutaenda hiyo route. At the end of the day tukutane uko mbele kama tuko na one goal. So but hakuna avenue hapa katikati ya hapa kufence it. Uko tu hapa wewe unikurushia wengine tu, unaambia jamaa unajua tuko pamoja, lakini mimi naona hii jani inakaa impossible. My friend, hiyo zi. Sasa uko ile side ama uko hapa. Thank you.
Thank you. Ras G, there is no sitting on the fence. Yes. Safari mutajiondoa moja moja. You cannot do it, people. It is either you declare your stand. Huko upande gani? You are with the movement or you are with the oppressor. Mwache mambo ya kutudanganya hapa. Unajua ukienda hivi sijui ulikuwa nafaa uende left. No. Either you choose which battle side do you want to be. Do you want to be with us or you want to be against us? Do you want to be with us or you want to be with our oppressor? So Rasji umemaliza kuongea, na wacha tumsikie Ayo. Yes, Josephine.
Thank you. Yes, I just want to echo what Ras has just said. Can we also, the way we are standing to fight for the justice, can we also protect the judiciary? Because the judiciary, that's an arm which is supposed to be independent, and we need to stand up and continue protecting them so that they don't get divided. Because the moment they realize that we have left a vacuum for them to be attacked, they will now actually bend down to our enemy. So let's show the judiciary that we are really supporting them and we are there for the judiciary. Thank you.
May I just support something?
Wacha tusikia Ayo the 6th. Ayo the 6th. Gogo kindly mute kwanza. Tusikia Ayo amekuwa hapa for very long time. Then tukuje kwako, then tukuje kwa Iskowino. Ayo wasita.
Wait, niaje Fabish. I can see my Catholic brother next to me there, Mr. Iskowino.
Ayo sikusikia
songa kwa mic.
Amnisikia aje? Amnisikia?
Sauti iko chini.
Zima hizo vitu naita Bluetooth.
Ayo mambo uzime hizo vitu naita Bluetooth. Hata si Bluetooth. Wewe ndio unaziita Bluetooth.
He's reconnecting. Amepotea.
So I can just say something.
Au makost wangu Anjiru upokei, alafu Toria upokei. Go ahead, alafu ndio Ayo hebu itisha mic tena panda juu.
Wacha Ayo jipange, then just 1 minute to add something, please.
Okay, yes, Rasji.
You know, the way this country is being governed at the moment, nobody of the caliber of a common mwananchi should support it whatsoever. You know, the moment the government, which is constituted by the Constitution, starts breaking the law, start going against the Constitution, you, whichever you may say that you are in government or you are supporting, you are related to somebody who is in government, this government will just, you will suffer with a common mwananchi that is outside the government. So on my side, I will just urge each and every person to take it from me that this government, the way it's being governed, is coming to be governed like a family. It's going to be governed like somebody sitting somewhere. Whichever he says, whichever he rules, is what the government should just follow of the day. And a common mwananchi that is down there is going to suffer very much. On the other hand, the things that are being happened, the other day I saw Umtata say that that day that the Senate was voting against the impeachment of Gachagua is the same day that they were signing agreement of Adani. So they have concentrated our minds to concentrate on Gachagua thing, while other things down there they are cooking, which is going to suffer this country most. You saw the other day Gachagua say, I think it was yesterday when he was being discharged from Karen Nostro, that the supply of medicine, it has been consolidated into one company, an Indian company that is supplying medicine. You see, such things, how we common mwananchi that is yearning to do business with the government, how will you get that opportunity when now business is being taken away from our country? It's being driven by foreigners. I think this government should emulate what Magufuli and this man, I don't know, it's Ajeshi from where, who is governing a country there. The first thing he did is to chase away the foreigners so that the common mwananchi can benefit from his own country. We work tirelessly to add tax to this government, but we are not seeing the value of the tax. And I'm sure of the end of these 5 years, I don't think if this government will be able to even construct 2-kilometer road, Lami, in any part of this country. Because the rate at which money is being swindled in this government is at of a very high rate. We need to style up, we need to wake up, we need to do each and everything that it takes to see that our government is working and is on toes. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you so much. Now we go to Escowino, then we come to who have not yet spoken, Xavier, and others. Then we come to Risasi B while Toria is preparing, and keep on requesting the mic. Let's continue engaging each other. Continue, request the mic. Na utapewa mara hiyo. Retweet the space. Let's pass the message. Kuwa 11/11/2024 is looming. If you are on the side that you believe that this regime has to go, we have to continue pressurizing. This space is a free space. Let's not be toxic to each other. Just bring your opinion, because every opinion matters. I believe that everyone that is in this space is in support of the movement. It can be from different divergent views, but I believe that we are all one. Let's all keep unity together. Manake saa zingine tunapanga safari. Maybe mwingine anasema tunende na ndege tufika haraka, mwingine anasema pana tupande gari ya moshi, mwingine anasema tupande trailer itakuwa cheaper, tutaomba lift. So tunaweza tu kuelewana. So I don't want us we fight because mtu mwingine amekuja na opinion. Just we can capitalize on those opinions. Tunaangalia ipi ya kudrop na ipi ya kupick. Escowino.
Fabish. Hiyo time nikitaka kuongea ilikuwa point of information, but sasa hivi watu wameshaongea, so nikaandika vitu mingi, so zimegeuka submission.
Sasa ikageuka from information to submission. Ninyi watu wa sabbatical, hiyo ndio shida wa watu wa sabbatical. Mnatuchanganya.
That's how much ukinipita unafanya kitu nilikuwa nataka kusema under 1 minute nageuka 5 minutes submission. Haya. Number 1, I don't think kuna mtu mwenye ako happy na Ruto kukuwa in power. I don't think. Hata mtu akisema anataka Ruto amalize power, sidhani yeye mwenyewe anafurahia uongozi wa Ruto. But it's just that sometimes we just have to learn from our mistakes. Again, number 2, nimesikia mtu akikuja hapa na different opinion, anakatizwa haraka before malize point yake. Sometimes just wacha mtu malize his different opinion, alafu umuulize solution ni gani. Because if you don't hear the solution side of it, you will be quick to judge and criticize. Useme mbona amesema hivi. And that's what has been going here. Like I said, people really want to be told what they want to hear, not the different opinion that could actually make change. You know, the fact that we don't want to take different opinions. Tunataka kila mtu aseme, tuendeni 11
give us the different, lakini bora umalizie kwamba Ruto must go. Bora tu unaweza kutupatia every opinion, lakini bora the point is Ruto must go.
Mimi hata siku hizi relax, mimi hata siku hizi sipush hizi hashtags by the way. Hizi watu wanalipwa to push them. Sisi tunazifanya hapa for free. Hizi ni biashara za watu. Hizi Ruto must go ni biashara za watu. I've learned a lot. That's why ukiniona kwa the fact that I have maybe different opinions from what I had at the beginning of the movement doesn't mean I've changed, I've run away from the movement. I'm still part and parcel of it, but we have to look at it from a different perspective. And napenda venye Redemptor alikuwa ameongea hapa. Alikuwa ametupatia some insights maybe for just not listening, ama watu walikuwa wameconcentrate on the juicy side of it. But Redemptor alikuwa really spot on. So, mtu akikuja na different opinion, tafadhali mlisten kwanza. You can put all the thumbs down you want, but you listen to the solution side of their opinions. Hivyo ndio tunaweza endelea, because we can really learn a lot from different opinions, and that is how the movement will grow. Then tukikuja hapa tuambiane 11 Ruto will go. Number 2, contingency plan. Do we have a contingency plan? Wacha niwapatie one excellent example of someone who has a contingency plan in this country. Raila Amolo Odinga. Mtataka muanguke kura, akishaanguka presidential election ataenda Supreme Court. Supreme Court ikishakataa kukubaliana na ati ikishasema zake ni hotea, anaenda anasalimiana na mtu mlichagua, mnaanza kuumwa. That is perfect contingency plan. He has been doing that time and again. Yeah, kuna contingency plan. Now that is a contingency plan. Sisi contingency plan yetu, if Ruto doesn't go, ni gani? And this is what people don't want to hear in this space. Ukiuliza, Ruto asipoenda, what next for us? Because kuna chances, this is a game of probability. Kuna probability that he will stay, there's a probability that he will go. So, if he goes, well and good, we all benefit from that. We all enjoy, we all rejoice as a country. That is, the movement has achieved what we wanted. If the movement doesn't achieve its goal, that Ruto doesn't go, what next for us? What is the other plan? And this is why I was coming with the other plan, that we must have a very strong legislature that haiwezi kuwa compromise venye amecompromise the current one. Mnafaa mpeleke hata 250 MPs wenye wako side yenu. Akishanunua 50 mnabaki bado na 200. You still have upper hand. But tukifocus tu hapa, Ruto must go, Ruto must go, Ruto must go. What next if he doesn't go? Because it's also the other side of the coin, like anaweza kosa kugo. So hizo ni vitu tunafaa kuanza kuangalia. But the moment we want to run away from them, mtu akisema hivyo mnafeel hapana, amenunuliwa, is against the movement, and bring negative energy kwa space, we are lying to ourselves. We are lying to ourselves. Nimeona watu wengine kuja hapa na different opinions. Kila mtu aneka thumbs down, kila mtu anakasirika. Kila mtu anasema wewe umenunuliwa, unakuja kuharibu space, we can agree. Some people have really made submission hapa na wakatoka na the word to Ruto must go bila kusema Ruto anago aje. Actually, I can even name them, but I don't want kwanza to make name ikweni back and forth. People have spoken hapa, sahi, speakers, na kuleave, drop down bila kusema how do we achieve Ruto must go. Nasema tu Ruto must go. But it's just sometimes even being too loud is not being like providing a solution. Now we should look for solutions. How do we take Ruto out? Because when the two streets are, habitually, you mentioned something about Simba and blah blah blah. I think I'm the one who asked you that in the comment section. Bado unaweza fungwa na Simba kwa room, ujaribu kupigana nayo na bado ikuue hiyo Simba. Because it's not a must when you uwe hiyo Simba ukishafungwa nayo kwa room. Yes, ukiwa huko kwa mbuga unaweza kimbia utoroke. because the male one actually inaanga mbio sana, unaweza kimbia ikufe utoroke uishinde, but ukifungwa nao kwa room actually it's even worse, itakuua. Haya, another thing I wanted to say, kuna kitu ulikuwa mention Fabish, that we all made mistakes. Hata wenye hawakuvotia Ruto, please, I also want to say, like Risasi said, mimi sikuvotia Ruto, so I never made a mistake. The fact that probably mtu nilivote na hata alisalimiana na Ruto, or that doesn't mean that uongozi yake ingekuwa exactly kama ya Ruto. The fact that siku test is inaitwa aje uongozi wake, so I cannot judge how ingekuwa. Maybe ingekuwa hata worse than ya Ruto. So you cannot say I made a mistake. Maybe hata mistake yangu ilikuwa a terrible one. So we cannot judge it on that perspective that we all made mistakes. But I've realized again something about this space. And we have to, let me tell you guys, the past is a prison and we have to unlock ourselves. We have to find
Owino, just to direct you, let's not be about the space. Si tumekuja kwa space kutafuta solution.
No, like this specific
let's not go about the space. Just tell us, according to you,
Fabish, Fabish, if we are listening, hata tuta engage kwa back and forth. But if you interrupt, hata utapata inaenda tena tunaanza kujibizana. It is these spaces, because this is where we meet and talk. Mimi sijai kutana na wewe face to face, sijai kutana na Wanjiru, sijai kutana na Toria, sijai kutana na Wangu. So it is in this space, this is our barazas. And these barazas ndio tunafaa kuengage tukisema hapa ndio watu na meet tunafanya nini. So we because hizi vitu zenye nasema ni zenye zinasema kwa space. This is why I'm saying the past is a prison. Na tunafaa ni demons. The past are our demons. Na tunafaa kuanza kuzi-accept kwanza before we move on. And I've realized something about these spaces. People who actually voted for Ruto wanakuanga bitter than people who never voted for him. If you've realized, and come on, if you acceptance, self-acceptance that you made that mistake will elevate you from it. Utaanza kutoka from that. Now you start giving us solutions how to unaweza toa Ruto. Sisemi tu Ruto must go. I'm not saying that the fact that I did not vote for Ruto or the fact that Raila alisalimiana na Ruto now ati mimi I don't even support Raila himself. Even before salimiane na Ruto nilikuwa nishakosana naye kwa ideologies. So I don't support him because he's Luo or nini. I don't. But mtu akitaka kusema ati maybe watu wa Raila wana support Ruto, someone came here akaanza kusema ati ati if you are supporting Ruto you are sick, ati kama sisi wa Kalenjin wamechoka. He specifically said that, and that was the first time nili request Mike kuja haraka nikainua mkono. You didn't give me the chance. I wanted to tell him he's only bitter because the person he voted for probably amesalimiana na Raila. And tukianza kukubali hizi vitu Fabish, wacha watu waanze kukuwa na ile self acceptance. Tukishatoa hizi vitu kwa roho, tuta reason pamoja na to move pamoja. This movement, I'm telling you, this movement can be achieved, but if we revisit the past, tukubaliane na hizo vitu, na hizo kabila zinaweza anza hata kuisha. But the fact that tuna live in denial kidogo, I recently asked someone on a different space. Now you see why I was saying spaces, because it was on a space. I recently asked someone on a different space. You are a Kalenjin, mimi ni Mjaluo, the other guy is maybe a Kikuyu. Sahi tuseme the three communities zimetoa 3 competent candidates who vie for president in 2027. Na wewe kama Mkikuyu, maybe upate ule wa Kalenjin, he's more competent than Mkikuyu and than Mjaluo. Would you vote him ama utavote tu huyu wenyu mwenye ako averagely competent? I can tell you that question haikuwa answered na yes or no. Ilianza kujibiwa na explanation. That alone tells you siasa ukabila bado iko like hata we've not even covered a third of it, because mtu atafeel hapana huyu wetu hata kama ako averagely incompetent yuko sawa. So we start accepting these things Fabish, and we can solve this solution. But the moment we come here we just say Ruto must go, Ruto must go. Wewe unaleta negative energy. It's not going to work like that. This negative energy can actually be a positive energy towards this revolution. I yield the mic Fabish at that point. Mtu akisema ingine nitaandika tukarudi.
Are we gonna have a space?
Hi. Oh, Escoino just dropped. Wanjiru, wewe unainua mkono, umekuwa co-host na unataka kuchukua co-host. Hebu chukua mic na uchukue co-host at the same time.
Nani?
Sawa.
Victoria.
Tuma co-host. Bado sijapata.
Victoria ama ni nani?
Ni Wanjiru.
Yeah, Mike, Wanjiru should come back, but can I speak? My hand has been up. I'm already, my biceps is sore.
Yeah, you can speak.
Fabish, was someone asking me a question? Ilikuwa na drop upatie watu wengine mic.
Continue. So, Toria is still connecting.
Me hata sijui network inafanya nini Escoino can drop, but I don't think that there was
mimi nilikuwa nimemaliza nika drop, so I thought someone was asking me a question because
I wanted to ask him a question. Yeah, I wanted to ask Koino a question.
Oh, please go ahead before I give someone else the mic.
Yes, Koino. I have been listening to your rendition, and it is very good. But there's one aspect which I don't know whether it was you who was saying it. I want to clarify with you. Somebody talked about Martha Karua. I don't know did what. Who was it? It was not you.
That was not me.
Okay.
So if that person is here, he will say.
Then I have no question for you. Thank you. So
okay.
Can I go ahead and now make my little addition, because I had already given my submission? I want to agree with most of the speakers, but there's an element that is coming here with some negative energy. And as Koino said, sometimes negative energy is good because it brings you back to the reality. This idea of us saying Ruto must go is a good clarion call, but remember, its time is already expired because Ruto did not go on the 25th and on Nane Nane. It did not go on Kumi Kumi. So 11-11, still Ruto must go. We have to change the clarion
Now we are
call.
talking.
Yes, we have to change the clarion call so that it is specific to our agenda. And if you remember Fight Beach yesterday, we said, somebody said, I don't know, I can't remember who it was, but we agreed that we need to raise 11 minimum, what were they? Irreducible minimums, which we expect Ruto to fulfill by 11-11. Akikiuka tu moja tu hivi, then we activate another level of engagement. And that is the level at which we should be operating right now. But Ruto must go is an old cliche now. And actually, although it is functioning to demoralize Ruto, but he knows he didn't go. So you guys are just making noise. And he will just treat you with the contempt he continued to give us. But he needs to go to the next level where we had gone and agreed that we need to explore the three options. Civil disobedience, which is what demonstrations are. 2, political activation, which is what we do with this all education, all the public participation and all these kind of things, and the civic education. And then there is now the final action, which is much later. As we agreed earlier, a revolution grows, has a life of its own. It starts with, but we have to stay with the ideals. The ideals is that, as GNZ had said, we want good governance. That's the minimum, the bottom line. But now, since we are faced with this issue of impeachment of Gachagua, which, in a way, people are seeing it as a negative thing. But it's really positive because it has given us a chance now to start prying into the presidency, to start prying into this broad-based government and developing strategies on how we can remove them all in one sweep. In fact, Raila solved our problem because he went to the side that he belongs. He has shown us who he is. He's always a transactional person. And I'm not bashing Raila. I have supported him. I voted Raila several times. And I also believe he is a compatriot of this nation. But at this time in his life, he has realized that, you know what, if I cannot get the presidency, let me get the coin. So he's on a retainer. And that's why he said Adani is good, because Ruto, I think, has promised him a share of that. So just to finish my point, actually Adani is a done deal. That's what Raila has realized. Because if I can tell you some information which I have from among my confidential sources, the main beef with Ruto and Uhuru was that Ruto is stealing too much. But then Ruto was arguing with Uhuru that your family already has money. You loaned me some money, and your mother insisted I have to pay it within the first year, and Ruto paid it. So when Ruto got a chance, he said, I will never in another election have to beg people for money. I have to have my own money. That's why he went on the stealing spree. And now Uhuru started complaining, oh, amekula pesa ya Arol, sijui amekula wapi. Meanwhile, Uhuru is also eating big. So they shared the SGR money. Uhuru took most of it. When it came to the Euro bonds, they shared 2 billion each. And then Ruto went for a third bond, the money that came through Citibank. And that is what Uhuru blocked. And that's where the beef came. Now, Ruto wants a legacy project like Uhuru Highway. Uhuru Highway is a legacy project by Chinese paying Uhuru for giving them business throughout his 10 years. So they built that project that it is a Kenyan project, but the money belongs to Uhuru. It's the SGR money that is paid back to China. So SGR will be paying Uhuru for 30 years and 18% after that. Now, Ruto wants a similar project, and that is what he's going for. That is a done deal. Once Raila has accepted it, it's going to be a project for legacy projects for Ruto. I wanted to put that one in public square because I have information from very confidential sources, and that was a beef, and Ruto is determined never to beg anybody for money to do politics, and that's what he has just done. Anyway, I think other than that, we need to progress and continue in the same movement, but we should start considering the third, and which is not military. Somebody was speaking here that, the KDF. KDF are nowhere. KDF are already in the take with the government. So this has to be a popular revolution that has gone eventually to turn into guerrilla. And since now we cannot do guerrilla because we have no forests in Kenya, we have to do it in these guys. We have to do it in these spaces. We have eventually to get people like the guy who was saying, I'm in the military, to join us. And we have a critical force that we have our own people. When we are on the street, they come to protect us. I think I yield the mic.
Thanks. Asante sana. I'm Xavier.
Yes.
Risasi B, just hold your thought. Nitakuja kwako, acha nikuje kwa QB, new speaker, ajiongea. Bentari. Then to Risasi B. QBE, Bentari. Am I not pronouncing it correctly? Escowino, when we are a group of schools, how do you pronounce that name?
QBE Bentley.
Some of these people wanatumianga jina hawajui kanzi zao, so zingine unaweza ita mtu jina na hajui kama ameweka kwa nini.
Anajiita QBE Bentley.
Meet tu Benson. Jina yake ni Benson.
Oh, Benson. Okay,
go to the next speaker if he's not speaking.
Wacha Risasi B, go ahead. Wakati, okay, amekuja. Yeah, go ahead.
So,
hello, I'm QBE.
Okay, go ahead, QBE.
I'm QBE Benson. What I would like to talk about this Ruto must go. We need to articulate in something, one thing, and then persuade it up to the end. Because we keep skipping. And also, people outside Nairobi, maybe for example from like Kipia, who are Sinigishu, how will they contribute in this forum and how will they take action? That's just my point. Thank you.
Can I answer him? People should do action in their own areas. In fact, asking people to congregate in Nairobi is what was the weakness of the 25th movement. People should stay in their areas.
That's my point.
You remember what happened in, I think on the 25th or before, we had 23 counties having demonstrations. And we want to take it to actually the 47 counties. So don't ask anybody to come to Nairobi. That is a logistical nightmare. Number two, the government is able now to address you guys because they know all you are coming to Nairobi. Let people stay in their places, inject in the church spaces. That was also working. Every Sunday, go where the politicians are going and hound them out. ask for time and inject. And when you get out of the church, you remember how they hounded Ruto from, I think, Nyahururu.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
the kind of action we should be doing.
I was there. That's what I am articulating, that we should not always consider or put our minds on Nairobi demonstration. Let's go
We
up
should
to
not,
the word.
not always. Never again should we all congregate in Nairobi.
Yeah, that's my point. I thank you.
All right.
Yeah, and thank you for that.
Yeah, okay,
If
let's
you
go
for
to
that, will be
let's
good
go
for
to
that.
Nzasibi.
So, shukran,
Okay,
shukran,
thank you.
Fabish. Thanks for Mike again. I think Nini, I was dropped here, only dropped time when I was saying things that people didn't like, and let's just agree
It wasn't that way.
To agree to these spaces that you should be able to accommodate or listen to somebody who is saying things that you don't like. That is when these spaces make sense. Otherwise, mkitakuwa na yes people hapa, then I think that's a wrong place to be. Because hata nime notice after nimeongea, people are just saying the same things, agreeing with what I was saying, but they are unable to say it the way I was saying it. So, just a quick one. Clearly, people are looking for ways to make Ruto go. But the way mnaisema hapa is not realistic. Ruto going is not going to happen until 2027 unless your revolution in mnasema happens. Now, people have given some of the ways, like Xavier amepeana some of the ways to make sure that revolution is successful. But Mimi, I still hold that revolution was supposed to be successful on 25th of June, especially hiyo siku yenye the moment KDF walitoka barracks, that was the easiest way to make that revolution successful, because I don't think KDF wangefire any bullets to civilians. And even if you look at police who are firing bullets to civilians, most of them walikuwa plainclothes police, si wenye walikuwa in uniform. So that was the moment yenye tulikuwa na hiyo golden opportunity. Kufikisha revolution at that point was the maximum. After that, it was on a downward spiral. And I remember after that kulikuwa na series of spaces watu wakiongea nane, and mimi personally I DM'd kwa wenu nikamwambia don't go for nane. Hii kitu ilishaisha kitambo. I told him literally, don't go for that. Alienda na alikuja akaniambia vile it wasn't the same way. And now things are coming up that those protests were sponsored. So you can imagine people taking advantage of this. Now this is what I'm saying, that protests zinafaa kukuwa organic. Anything, the moment umeanza kuplan for revolution, just know that things zimeenda haywire. Revolutions zinafaa kuwa organic yenye hakuna single source of planning, kila mtu anaenda kivyake. Now, that said, 25th ilipatia a lot of results. One of the things yenye clearing of CS, of which tena Ruto alienda kurudisha 75% of them. The finance bill stopped. I think that was some of the things yenye ili come out of finance bill. I think in that sense, I still believe there was success. Like Xavier said, you cannot do the same thing and expect doing was the best thing. How genuine he is or not, me, I don't care, because hakuna pesa yangu yenye limpatia. And that was the right thing, having a political party, because this is a political fight. That's a political fight. If you go for revolution and unasema to make militia, the government has the monopoly of violence. You cannot match them at the moment. If you go that, it's going to be just inaenda kukua chaos. It's going to be chaos at the moment. So one of the things niyo chenye Morara nafanya, if it is ingenuine, that is up to wenye wanamfanya. Secondly, ni easy court cases na litigation. Litigation is very, very important, the way nini zinafanyika, even though me I don't believe in hizo courts anymore. Courts ziko already under Ruto. Another thing ni easy spaces. MPs who are elected online, Raila Mania in Western
leaders, Melita, all it in yes, citizen.
Good, that's courtesy of Citizen TV. Good, we are back to our conversation and that's where we start. Wale wachungaji wenye walikuwa wanalipwa, wale wenye kuwa wanalipwa, wale wote walikuwa na yes.
Dawak, okay, I don't want to be disrespectful, but the church is also part of the problem that we're having in this country.
My friend, you're not disrespectful.
They've been
wewe ongea ukweli na nimekupia nafasi inject.
Yeah, they've been receiving bribes from these corrupt politicians who have killed Kenyans all over. So the same way Gachagua, me I have no chills for them. Gachagua kufa dereva kufa. So the issue of Gachagua, the church is one in the same. Me, I have no choice for them. Me, my issue is this. Guys, right now, our country is under state capture by Adani. What we should be talking about is what policies are we going to implement to ensure that our voices are heard and to put this government down. That is what we should be talking about. Because the more we are let this thing go, the more it grows, and the more it will become out of hand. Are we waiting for us to all die? Are we waiting for the inflation rates to be at a level that we cannot be able to control them, so that we know actually where we are? We have to be proactive, my people. Now the question is, what are we doing? What the policies? Let's talk structures, because as we are speaking, Parliament, they want to introduce a bill that is going to extend the president's tenure. And we are busy thinking about Gachagua and all this nonsense and all these church issues. Those people have been eating all this while. So guys, let's zero in on the issues that are affecting us, because now Mali tumefika. You know, man, we are in a very dire situation, guys. We should not even be laughing. We should be crying our eyes out. So let's talk of policies. Me, I had suggested, let us sabotage economically these pro-government structures. Like Safaricom, me, I have a bone to chew with Safaricom. Because Safaricom is the facilitator of SHA. And you guys know the impact of what SHA is doing to our people. That thing is a scam. People are not getting value for what that thing was meant to achieve. And Ruto and Gachagua and those people, they are siphoning money under Adani through that. So guys, let's talk policies. Let's discuss policies that we are going to use. Then second of all, I was talking with other like-minded heads, and they're saying that we should now be very proactive in delivering the message to people. We can use influencers, go to their space and have this type of candid discussions. And since we know that Zakayo is trying to infiltrate our media spaces with propaganda, mtu yoyote mwenye ako against the movement anapata radhi yetu sayo. We are doing it with Shiko, guys. So let us be proactive and let us be very vigilant. Let us use influencers. Those are the structures we can use so that the message can be out there. The message is already in the ground. This thing is already in public opinion. Now we should be strengthening structures going forward and putting plans down on how we are going to take back our country, guys. And I said, we can learn a lot from Gupta. Zuma alienda nyumbani. We are 54 million Kenyans. You want to tell me we cannot unite enough to toa Ruto, to toa Zakayo out of power? Guys, let's be serious, please. Thank you.
Queen Irene, I want to come in, but before I come in, you are in the health sector. Please tell the people what is happening in Shif and what is happening in the hospitals with Shif. Explain to these people before we lose focus on Gashagua's impeachment. We are concerned because of the how unconstitutional it is. But please inject on that issue, Chief.
So good evening once more, good people. Watu wanakufa by the way. Let me tell you the truth. In the morning, I saw a patient come to the hospital. Yo patient alikuwa na mtoto wake alikuwa na shida ya appendicitis, na kama kuna medics maybe hapa wananisikiza, appendicitis inakuanga emergency, needs a surgical emergency. Buda alikuwa na dhao mbili mbele nyuma, na hiyo surgery inakuanga around 150,000 depending on the case, 200k. So hiyo pesa, imagine like if SHA was working, SHA was supposed to pay for that, including the consultation, including the imaging, like in terms of kupigwa mapicha, whether ni MRI ama CT scan. NHIF used to do all that. But huyo mzee alilia, alitoa tu machozi na akasema yeye hana pesa ingine. He took the child na wakarudi, na hakuwa na pesa ingine. You can imagine huyo mtu ametoka Baringo mpaka Nakuru kukuja kupata treatment, but that person did not get treatment. The guy you saw on social media the other day anaitwa Mr. James Kanyore. Mr. James Kanyore, when I was working at Medihill Hospital, he used to be our client. James Kanyore, like yeye na machine ya dialysis, like they are nika tu kitu moja. You cannot travel, you cannot go anywhere, because dialysis patients and need like 3 times atolewe maji kwa mwili. Being a dialysis patient means wewe na kukojoa hiyo sahau for the rest of your life. You need that machine ndio ikutoe. So when I saw him cry that day, I felt so bad, by the way, siko ubaya. And he hata aliniuliza, Irene, what do I do? Like by the way, me hadi nilipia hiyo day siko ubaya, because this is a patient I've been with for the past 3 years, only for this regime to come in to make him stagnant, because I knew in the next 1 month bila hiyo ngiri 80 ya kufanywa dialysis, this guy is going to die. Ayangalieni makansa, watu wenye walikuwa wako fully independent on chemotherapy, people are dying. When cancer is detected in stage 1, it can be easily cured, but people are dying. Wase wanakufa. Ajeni niwaambie, by the people are dying in hospitals. Na hiyo kitu iko tu chini ya maji. Tuko so busy on stories za rigiji, tuko so busy on vitu haziko. And you see, me, I'm really advocating for this shift thing, because it is so bad that even when you go to hospitals, there was a time I used to work at Kenyatta. Even my colleagues huko ukiwauliza wanasema hiyo kitu ni scam. Haijai anza kufanya job. Place kama KNH, of all the people, of all the places. Ukiangalia like Medihill Hospital, it was paralyzed. In Nakuru, it was the only hospital like that was taking MRI. MRI ni imaging ya kudetect kama uko na cancer na magonjwa zingine kubwa kubwa. Do you know MRI is 18,000 and it is the machine that can detect cancer. Kufanywa kitu inaitwa biopsy, you need around 5,000 Kenya shillings. Wapendwa, do we have all this money? In case someone gets an accident, this person needs emergency. Kuingia ICU, you first deposit 100k. By the time unatoka hapo, bill inasoma mita moja. We don't have all this money. Our economy ni mbaya. NHIF used to pay for all that. They could have easily amend NHIF na wache kutuscam na story ya Chief. Ideally, by the way, hapo nae wametu enjoy. I don't know why they decided to do that, but people are dying. I'm telling you, watu wanakufa. Ni venye tu, some of us like, we don't know what to do. Sometimes you feel like recording, but ile humanity iko ndani yako, you end up helping that patient, then later realize that you could have recorded and shown the world what is happening around me. I have a YouTube channel by the inaitwa tu yo Queen Irene Baraza. I kind of like, I really wanted to show people what is happening around kwa hizi government hospitals. It is so bad. It is so sudden that like unapata like mtu hata ameenda kwa hospitali, like vitu kama dawa kwanza kwa hizi government hospitals hakunanga dawa. Leave alone sasa kufanyiwa hiyo surgery imeshindikana, dawa hakuna. Sasa unashindwa, like we used to have a very good system called NHIF. We could pay 500, kama ni kutolewa goita inakulipia almost 200k, kama ni replacement, umepata accident, umevunjika mguu, ingekulipia up to 450,000. Kama inaitwaje hii mguu ya kuwekewa ama okay clutches tu ndio ama dental ndio iko inalipa, but at least we could see what NHIF is doing. SHIF is doing nothing. It is a scam. We've been seeing all over social media, guys. Kama hiyo Friday, they are still passing that impunitive bill of extending their terms. I think it's a high time kama kwenye utakuwa ukipatiwa hiyo mic, we to reject, sema tu we don't want you to extend. Kama ni hiyo place tulikuwa tunatuma kwa hiyo email ya parliament, let's say we are rejecting it. Tuonge na lugha moja, because guys, mahali tunaenda, from what I see where we are going, by the way we are joking with our lives. Mahali huko, by the way, make sure upati accidents, usipatane na magonjwa kubwa kubwa kama ati sijui umejiachilia. Eat healthy, kuleni a balanced diet. Hizi vitu zenye zitawaletea magonjwa kama makansa avoid, because right now people are dying, my brothers and sisters. You will die kama we si sonko, kama una mita ama nusu mita, usipatwe na kansa. Nishawaambia tu kweli, because it is bad, it is so sudden, and nobody, when you post on your social media account to say you want to talk about, we want this movement of reject, SHIF, amend NHIF, people are not reposting such kind of things. Watu hawaangalii vitu kaa hizo, lakini wewe weka rigiji. Unaona hiyo content iko na over 10,000 views. People, tukweni realistic. This is our life. We are joking by the way. We are really joking with our lives. I'm telling you. And the moment they extend that term, as far as I'm concerned, and my small knowledge ya law, sheria huwa inaanza mahali imepitishiwa. So if they dare that Friday waende na wa nini inaitwaje, wa extend your term, na ulikuwa tu na chance ya kwenda kusema hapana, instead of kujiongezea term, let's talk about SHIF. Umekaa tu kwa hao na ngojea majenzi waende street na nini. This is our country. Hata kama tu ni kunisaidia kurepost hiyo posta yangu, guys, nisaidieni tu kurepost, kuspread your gospel ya reject SHIF, amend NHIF, because my friends ni kubaya. Thank you very much.
Good, daktari. Good. Daktari Irene. So guys, mmesikia venye Kenya kuko. Hiyo ni sector ya health tunazungumzia. Bado hatujaguza kwingine. Na ndo tumeanza show. Oh my God. Yehova shuka, teremka utusaidie bana. Juu sasa hii vita penye imefika ni Mwenyezi Mungu sasa ashuke, alafu sasa sisi tutokee kwa barabara. Tujue ni aje guys. Kanisa imekubaliana na sisi wakati wa kupigana na huyu jamani huu. Sasa kama sisi, mimi nilikuwa nadhani sisi ni wazimu, sisi wote tukisema Ruto must go. Sasa venye serikali pia imeanza kusema, kanisa imeanza kusema Ruto must go, nimeona tuko nomo, bado tunasonga. Unajua, yo guys, mnaona hizi vitu kama ni mchezo. Kuna mahali ilifikanga nikaona kama sisi ni wazimu. You know? Yani najiuliza hivi, hata Gax nishaikuuliza tukiwa hapa live, nakuuliza ama sisi ndo machizi ya GLA ama sisi ni mazombi. Kenya ni home. Kenya ni home, are you here?
Sema.
Nafasi ni yako.
Yes, niko.
Nipatie Serena nafasi.
Okay, rather than injecting, niko na kitu ningia kama nisaidie. Rather than injecting, unanipata dawaka?
Kabisa.
Unanipata? Ndio nasema rather than injecting, nilikuwa nataka kuuliza, okay, nimetry, kuna hii yenye tulikuwa tunaongelelea previously, ni I guess two previous lives. I guess I'm not sure ni live ilikuwa gani. Tulikuwa tunaongelea mambo ya kuinject tuko mashinani about hii mambo na kwenda na kuprotest with kwenda kufunga biashara, not doing anything for 2-3 days. Nilitry kuleta hiyo issue inside ya home, and the question that was raised ilikuwa like one of the mama wenye penye walilienda walikuwa kwa kiosk, and I told them about about hiyo mambo ya kwenda for 2-3 days without to buy anything, to transact, kufanya nini. And the question aliliza akaniuliza, yes, you are saying this, but the question ni mimi na kuaga mse wa food to mouth. Nikikosa kufungua biashara yangu leo, sitakula jioni. Watoto wangu hawatakula jioni. How will that go? And I was like, enyewe, that's a question yenye nilikuwa nataka mnisaidie on your side. Tutafanya aje na mtu kama huyo? Ama is it these big businesses ndizo tuna aim, ama we are still also aiming huyo mkulima mdogo? Time yenye tunasema to go for period ya 2-3 days without doing anything ndio tutingize the economy of Kenya. Hebu niambieni hapo, unaweza ningeambia aje huyo madam? Yes, Dawak, nisaidie hapo.
Good. It's a good question. Orange anataka kujibu. Orange unataka kujibu ya swali? Guys, if on this platform, make sure una tap,
Yes.
una share. Oh my, tuitane.
Yes, let me try to answer my brother here. My brother, I wrote a message over there. I said we have to avoid the businesses of these people who have met or who have done Kenya as become is going to be a skeleton, right? Like the big businesses. Those MPs who voted years against, you see, we have to avoid their businesses. We ignore their businesses and we do what is necessary. Usiende kwa huyu mtu wa chini yako na shop yako or whatever. Sile ni sile sa kula juu kwa zile businesses za watu wenye wako na parastatos, wenye wako na my industries, wenye sina produce goods, wenye sina kucha, alafu hizo bills tunaenda kulipa maushuru mingi, alafu hizo mabills wana introduce, wenye hizo sote tuignore, sote kabisa tuignore sote. Hiyo ndio nilikuwa na maanisha hapo hivyo. So upande wa hiyo mambo ya SHA, NHIF and whatever, you know, these people, they are very clever. Instead of upgrading NHIF, waiongeze pesa, ndio mtu wa kawaida afaidike, they are just changing everything. Why? You know, they cannot change if they don't benefit. So they look for ways in which they can capture all our races, all human beings, wale ambao au wadogo wenye wanalipa hiyo ushuru. Unaona? So wana divert everything so that they can continue gaining while the other peoples are losing. So we need to stay focused on that. Tujue ya kwamba watu ni mataberi na wakishika pale juu, hapa chini hawataka kujua ni nini kiko kula chini. So na sisi imefika wakati, mimi ningekuwa naomba wa Kenya, ingekuwa uwezo, watu wakiidisha mikutano and whatever, mtu usiende. Kama unaenda kwa mkutano wa mtu, unaenda kumaliza siku, ukiwesti siku yako pale, ni heri urudi shambani uende ukafanya kitu ingine yenye inaweza kufanya ukule hiyo jioni ama hiyo mchana, kuliko uende kwa hiyo nini upewe 200, na hii 200 yenye unalipwa for sure imetokana na ushuru yako. Wamekuibia, ndio hiyo wanakuletea, alafu wanakuambia fuata pande hii. So Wakenya na sisi tusikuwe na bei ya chini, tukue na bei yetu ya juu. Kama wanakuitisha mkutano, make sure amekutumia kitu kama 10,000 kwa akaunti yako ama kwa M-Pesa yako, ndio uende so that ukirudi unajua uko na kitu kwa mfuko ukienda kunini. Si ati unaenda kushughulikia mtu na uone faida yoyote. So Wakenya kuinjeki kana kwamba tukatae hii mambo ya watu, tutafute mbinu yenye naweza kutusaidia ama tunaweza saidiana, mimi na wewe, wala ambao tunaweza kuwa na kauli moja ama tunaweza kuwa na same feelings, same thinking and same progress, ile yenye naweza kutusaidia. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, sijui kwa nini nachemka, but this is to each and every person. I know each and every person anasuffer. We have children who are suffering, and I think Doc hajaongelea hii kitu, and I've said it out loud. Children are losing their children. No, parents are losing their children. Kwa hii, I think you've seen this circulation here, the polio vaccine, the polio campaign that is going on right now. This circulation here, the polio vaccine, the polio campaign. okay, children are dying, and it's not because of arrogance or anything. It is because these people know. Unajua, why do they have to use our children as lab rats? Kwa sababu mtoto akizaliwa, doctors in the house, you know this thing pretty clearly. Mtoto anazaliwa, anapatiwa hizi chanjo, anafanyiwa everything in regards to if kutakuwa na outbreak, then there is an immunity that will take care of this kid. Children are dying, no one is talking about it. The media imenyamaza, the MOH yenyewe pia imenyamaza. So I think before, and parents in the building, if you're a parent or if you have a neighbor you are a child of someone, let it be known before upatie mtoto wako hiyo chanjo. Don't just go because it is free. These things za burebure ndio zile zinapatiwa, I don't know from where. Africans or Kenyans wanatumika kama lab rats, baadaye watu wanakufa. That is point number one. That is according to hiyo story na health. Then there is also something else that nimepost hapo. Let me read it out loud. And it specifically says that churches have been instructed to send their sermons and preachings to the local officer, that is the OCS, every Friday. This directive aims to ensure that message delivered do not embarrass the president. Now, I don't want to say at your churches ni mzuri or mosques ni mzuri. While abductions were going on, while people were being killed, while all these things that zilikuwa zinaendelea, the churches hazikuongea, the mosque hazikuongea. So right now when things zimekuwa mbaya is when now the church comes out loud, is when now these other wanakuja kusema, oh, you know, we didn't know that he was chosen. Unaona, that is a very bad, say. Since hizo vitu zote zilikuwa zinaendelea, you guys muliambiwa, don't entertain these people. You are allowed. Munaitwa, munenda kwa hizo kamkunji, munatoka huko na envelope, munenda kujishibisha nyi wenyewe. You don't look at wale kondo, the kondo that you call them. Muoni how kondo the people, kazi yenyu mumenda huko so that unapata the personal gain. Alafu now they want to come again saying, sasa, since the government hawataki uongele kuhusu the president, now they are coming to attack. They want to attack while defend. That is not a good show. The other thing is going to let's talk about there's this other post that nilikuwa nimeka. They want to increase the presidential term from 5 years to 7 years. With all this that is happening, if I ask you, or if I may ask you, what comes in your mind, or what do you feel ukisikia jina Ruto imetajwa? Oh, President Ruto, sijui blah blah blah, amefanya, amesema. Kuna hasira, there's that hasira enye watu wako nayo, such that they don't want anything to do with this guy. Now, going also to Gachagua, hizi vitu za Gachagua o nini, I think it is something that it was already planned. Alijua, yes, nikienda kwa parliament, I'll buy these people. And there is a document that was written somewhere. I'm trying to look for the document that our MPs, Senate walilipwa 10 million. It is said that these guys were paid 10 million so that they can pass. Wanaweza pitisha hiyo mswada. Now, this is according to the Nyandarua, I've gotten it. Nyandarua senator, that is Mr. John Methu, said each senator received 10 million to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. That is dated 20th October 2024. Now, tell me, do you think we have a country? Do you think watu wanaenda huko unapata 10 million, you have been 10 million rich in just a span of hours? Then you are just there, unachukua hiyo 10 million and you say, I impeached him because I was given money. That is not the directive. That is not something that we expected. These are the people tuliwachagua tukijua, yes, watakuja kututetea na watakuja kutujengea maslahi yetu. So if your member of parliament, if your senator ameenda huko, if your MP ameenda huko, anapatiwa 10 million, 5 million, and it is being said that these guys are being paid in terms of how mature have you been in the political realm. So 10 million ni kama ule mtu amekuwa so long in that kwa hiyo mlango. But hao wengine you can get as low as 1 million, 5 million, 2 million. So think clearly, my people. If you are thinking of that member of parliament wako, if you are thinking of that senator, that governor, what has that person done to you as an individual? Think as an individual. Don't think as a community. As a community tutasema, oh, ametutengenezea hiyo shed ya bodaboda, ametengenezea mama mboga shed. But look at the impact that create in that society. Huyu mtu akitoka leo, will they say ametoka, ameleta, kumekuwa na mabadiliko? For 2 good years, what have you guys seen with this regime? What have you seen? Let's talk about education. University students, as we talk right now, university students are on their way. Wanafanya nini? They are saying hapana, penye mefika, it is a no-go zone. They are being attacked in terms of, why do you have to channel your money instead of you inaenda direct to the school account, inaenda through the e-citizen? And guys, the other day, not months ago from now, it was said that there was some almost, was it 50 or 100 million shillings zenye zilipotea kwa the e-citizen account that was meant for the education system. Mtoto wako analipa pesa aende akule huko mess, na hiyo mess lazima aonyeshane hiyo message ya e-citizen. Hiyo message hakuna. You expect that child aendelee kukula. You expect him or her akwe tu anakaa huko na kwambia, mom, dad, everything is okay. My people, think out loud. Unaona saizi, come next year, God willing, if we'll be able to see the light. Education system ime haribika. Angalia. Now, since saizi campus wanaanza, how the campus students wanaanza ku riot, tell me, what will next year do to them? Mtu mwenye amekuwa akisaidiwa na hizo ma CDF, mtu amekuwa akisaidiwa na hizo ma help loan, will they afford, kama school fees imepandishwa, will the country by 2030, the standard development goal 2030 be achieved? Education ilianguka. Look at the health system. Health system is nowhere to be seen right now. People are dying. And the people who are dying ni the same people waliwachagua na bado wako wamenyamaza tu, and they're saying it shall be well. Tuombe Mungu, njia zitafunguka. My friend, think about it. Look at these schemes, wametoka kutoka SHIF to SHA. Na hii kitu inafanyika hapa, hiyo ni kupocket tu pesa ya common mwananchi. Tell me, that sick person, you have people wenye wanaenda dialysis on a day basis. Hata siongelei story na malaria ama story na nini. Look at these people wenye wanaendanga dialysis every day. These people now are getting it all rough. Mtu amekuwa kilipa almost 8,000. Saizi wanalipa double or triple. Where are they going to live? Mtu tu si anaamua ku give up in life just because hakuna say ingine yenye itafanyika. Our kids are suffering. Why is it that Mkenya akitoka uko nje akienda kusema kitu, unasikia kufa dereva, kufa makanga? They arrested someone Morara juzi kwa sababu alisema kufa dereva, kufa makanga. Not because anakaa huko akijua yeye ndio makanga. Tanboy wake na all those people that are in that bench wanafaa kwenda scrutinize and know, mimi come 20 hiyo time ya election, will I give my vote to someone mwenye atanipatia kitu inafaa kupatiwa? And also about the Martha Koome and the and it was this other lady. There's this other lady mwenye alisema, you cannot call me unipangie. Umejuliza kwa nini during the Mashujaa Day, mbona the judges hawakuenda huko, cause it was a slot walikuwa wamewekewa wakijua hapa tukienda ini mtego, na hapa tukienda itakuwa forced that we have kupatia nini, tupatie mtu mwenye atakuja kusoma hiyo na wapatie the Kindiki guy hiyo seat. So guys, if you think saizi venye anasema why don't we remove the 3-judge bench tuende kwa the Supreme Court, he's already bought the Supreme Court, and the criminal justice, the ICC are watching, the international communities are watching. So if you think that this guy amekuja tu hapa because he wants to rule the country, just know it is not that. Jua huyu akona personal gains zake, anataka kununua country, anataka kufanya 1, 2, 3, 4 because anajua he has the powers. And I usually say this guy is like a small kid. Umewahi pata mtu mwenye amepata cheo, na akipata hiyo cheo he wants to now manipulate everything. Mtoto ni ule mwenye kama dad is not at home, anajua sasa yeye ndiye anatawala. So this guy wants to put us in his pocket, akijua mimi nitawanyamazisha. Hakuna kunyamazishwa guys. Let's stand up for the right. Let's know that we want a better society. We want people who are going to stand up and say enough is enough. We want people who will be very firm with a stand. Waseme, let's take this to a different ground. There is an impeachment motion against the president. So Kenyans, if you're asked kusimama uende weke your signature yako, please do so, cause our kids, your kids are going to suffer if things are not going to be well. Then tunaumia wote. And now no one is talking about Adani. No one is talking about Adani. Kwa sababu saizi, just because Gachagua has been impeached, now the Adani case imetulia tu hivo. Think twice, my people. I think I've said enough, cause the more I continue talking, ni kama tunachemka, but that is enough for now. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, good one. Sere, alafu tukuja kwa my older sister mtu ana hapa.
Yes.
Ama gats unataka kuongeza kitu?
Yes, mimi nilikuwa nataka pia. I don't know, Sere, if your issue burning enough, ama niingie kwanza.
No, I can give you time. I can give you time.
Okay, thank you. Guys.
Yeah.
Hata uniambie posta ya leo ni kali hata. Uniambie posta ya leo inasema aje unaona? Kijana wetu kwenye tumemweka.
You've really tried to push this movement, and I would love to start on the note that Dawak, huku TikTok tunaona lives mingi sana, but time will vindicate. Only the TikTok zenye ziko na authenticity will remain to be active. Now, I wanted to speak about different things. First of all, tukianza na issue ya what is happening with the courts. If it is true, Faruk Kibet amepigia Martha Koome, we don't have a country. That's the first thing nitaanza kusema. Because today I listened to the proceedings za whatever was happening. Gazettement ya Kindiki ilifanyika midnight. And there are so many unconstitutional things. We are not supporting, get me clearly, I'm not supporting Gachagua. Because hata hajakuwa support the movement and whatever has been happening. I'm not supporting Gachagua, but I want to explain what has happened today is that tumeona kwamba whatever Ruto is doing is unconstitutional, and Ruto is going against, is ready to kill everyone to remain in power. Let me tell you, Ruto si mjanja. Ruto does not have ile intelligence mnaif. Ruto is rogue. What do I mean he's rogue? Ruto is going right, left and center, akiharibu na kuvuruga intentionally.
What? Just a minute, God. What? Kama kuna mtu unaweza mpandishe, kuna kitu nafanya, then nitapanda baadaye.
Please, I want to articulate this issue very well because it's a very burning issue na imenichoma because Ruto, Uhuru alikuwa nakataza Ruto kwenda Uganda when he was president because Ruto alikuwa anaendea pesa na magunia. wacha tusiite magunia. These people have been carrying money using diplomatic bags. You had Murkomen alishikwa na 200 million Dubai. These people have been carrying money using diplomatic bags. Sasa, I've taken you back wakati Ruto alikatazwa kwenda Uganda. Now, guys, do you remember wakati vita ya Sudan ilianza? Venye Ruto alikimbilia kuingilia ati we want peace in Sudan. Why was it Sudan? I've come to realize that Ruto has been laundering money from Sudan. And al-Bashir is his closest ally. And the reason why Ruto changed tune. Mnakumbuka Ruto akiingia alikuwa nasema, the dollar this, and he was on international platform. All of a sudden, the tune changed. The international world or the dark world knows what Ruto has and what Ruto is doing. Msidanganywe. Now, al-Bashir was jailed and it has affected money laundering for Ruto. Pesa ya Ruto haingii vile ilikuwa inaingia. And that is why Ruto is coming for our economy. Ruto is on a full dictatorship gear. Hear it from me. And whatever he's doing is very intentional. Msidanganywe. Whatever Ruto is doing is very intentional. Mimi nataka kuambia how Ruto has been smuggling money from South Sudan. And wana smuggle pesa, wanazileta to our banking system. Ruto is enabling smuggling of money and bringing it to our banking system. That is why our banking system no longer cares about us. The banking system in Kenya only gives loans to the rich and the government. Mtu mwenye alipata loan kutoka kwa bank atuambie. Hizi banks hazitusaidii. And that's why we want these banks to collapse also. We've said Kenyans to withdraw their money from banks. We are dealing with a rogue person. Mimi mtu mwenye anakuja kuniambia ati sijui tutoe Ruto in sijui which legal way, sijui what. Mimi nasikia kama hiyo ni kelele unaniambia because Ruto is rogue. He's ready to kill everyone and anyone. Juzi ilikuwa Gachagua. Next it was Morara. Saizi anataka kunyamazisha makanisa. Are you aware whom we are dealing with? The only way hata akitu distract na mambo ya Gachagua, let it remain. Goal ni moja. Ruto must go. Wacheni niwaambie. Hiyo mambo ya term limit as it is being brought. We don't know, but mimi bado Kenya yenye naamini, the Kenya I believe in, there is no term extension limit that will happen in this country. I'm not a god, but my intuitions and my instincts zinakataa. We will have to fight for this country, guys. Yeah? Because nilimkuwa nimalizia how Ruto has been smuggling money. Ruto has been using the Kenyan ambassador to Sudan, who ana ride along na some other names. Achanani na Faruk Kibet. There is another guy anaitwa Solomon Kiptum. That is another guy who is helping Ruto in squandering money for this world. And that is why Ruto amekuja akafanya clean up ya institutions na akaanza kuweka watu wake. He's not planning to leave the leadership. Yani Ruto alikuwa anataka tu ashike power hivi, and he has got it. What next? It's what you are seeing. Guys, tunaisha. If you don't fight for a better Kenya, msingoje. If you don't stop making this country, if you don't stop making noise, or if you stop making noise, this country will go down to the drains. Na itaingia mahali hatutaweza kuitoa. Tawaka. yeah, I think you can take over.
Can I pick it? Can I now pick it?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dawak and Gax for the opportunity. I've heard people talking about the pain we have and hizi vitu zote Ruto ametufanyia. Mimi niko na machache sana. We should not complain much now. Sisi tuende mashinani. Unajua hata useme aje hapa kwa social media, lakini hujaenda huko mashinani because huko ndio tunadanganywa sana. Unajua hii story yenye Nandawa Gax anasema ya Ruto kufanya nini Sudan, sijui wapi. Hiyo utaambiaje mtu mama mwenye huko chini aelewe? Mimi nadhani tukienda huko mashinani, hii movement ya yenye Morara ana lead, wacha niwaambie. Wacha tu niseme ni idea yangu, mtu asiseme vibaya. The political landscape ya Kenya is so tribal. If you put someone to lead from a specific community or from a specific age group to lead this movement, we are bound to fail. Let's devolve the movement to county levels, to constituencies, to wards. Let those people from, maybe if someone is coming from Kiambu or someone is coming from Kisii or Meru or Embu, let us have people from those areas to champion. It will be hard for Morara to come to maybe Siaya and explain to them that it's like this. But you know, people from Siaya, they know their own problems there. I cannot look at the government, the national maybe Adani, when at grassroots level I have not eaten something. Sasa wewe ukikuja kuniambia mambo na Adani, italeta chakula, mtu wa nyumbani atakuuliza sasa hii Adani, mimi hata sina ndege na sijawahi fikiria kupanda ndege. So tell these people why they're in poverty, why they cannot get good health. Ukiwaambia huko nyumbani wataelewa vizuri than kuenda kusema Ruto ana nini, alafu tuambie solution ni hii na hii na hii. And again, I don't know if you people know that civilian coup is possible, but it will bring civil war. Vile nimesema, Kenyan political landscape is tribal. So kuna mtu wangu sasa tunaongea mayouths, na remember the same youths wenye wanaongea hapa ndio the same youths walitumika kugonga, kuchapa Morara huko Bomas, wakapewa pesa kidogo wakaenda kufanya hizo vituko. How can we be convinced that the same youths hawatanunuliwa election ya 2027? So to prevent this, tuanze kufunza watu. Ni kama unafunza mtu mwenye ako nasari, tell them why we are in this situation, pole pole. But if we continue just blaming, oh, Ruto did this, but what are we going to do, you people? Kusema atoke, mimi nawaambia hawezi toka before 2027. You will hate me for saying this, but hatatoka. And by the way, political problems ziko tu na political solutions. Hata Gachagua kutolewa hapo, it was a walikuwa nataka kuachieve political goal. Hatuwezi tukasema yeye ndio sasa mtu corrupt kushinda kila mtu. And again, don't forget that in every regime there must be a corruption, a very big corruption. Wakati wa Moi kulikuwa na Golden Bag, tukakuwa wakati wa Kibaki tukakuwa na Grand Regency Hotel, wakati Uhuru tukakuwa na Eurobond. Every lazima wafanye kitu tu. So to prevent this person who is going to take it next, let's fix our system. from the grassroots. That's my submission.
Dawako achilie hiyo makofi. Hizo points ni kali sana.
Sana.
Alafu sasa uingie.
Achilie hizo. Huyo msee amecapture kila kitu.
Kutoka after wewe Tugai, kutoka Tugai Maseno. Good.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so asante sana everybody. Thank you Dawak for the opportunity na pia for this space. I really, really commend what my brother Sere has spoken. Yani kitu yote ameongea ni spot on. Kitu ya kwanza yenye na agree amesema ni kwamba we actually do need to devolve. It's important we devolve the movement. Kwa sababu no matter whoever it is, hawezi kuwa everywhere. But then also kuna kitu nilipokuwa nikifanya policies tulikuwa tunafanya. Mimi haswa nilikuwa nafanya kazi ya ilikuwa inaitwa packaging, whereby unachukua policy kule juu alafu unaivunja, unaibreak into a language yenye Wanjiko ataelewa. That was my job. Because policy ikona a lot of jargon, ikona a lot of stuff that, you know, the ordinary person. So kuichukua kutoka huko ndio huyu wa ground, huyu mama wa mboga kama yule wa kioski, mwenye tuliambiwa anashindwa vile ataenda kwa movement na yeye ana depend na zile boga zake 3 atauza. So that hiyo ina involve package ama repackage the policy into a language that is understandable by mtu wa kawaida. In other words, it's very, very, very hard kufanya mtu wakware gure down aelewe ya kwamba kulipwa shilingi 35 a day, it's even beyond abuse. Haezi elewa kwa sababu yana ngoji hiyo 35 aende hapo kiosk achukue githeri ya 10 bob, sijika ni 10 bob ama wote kesho tena arudi. So the first thing that we need to understand, na wale ambao kuna huyu alikuwa anaitwa Kenya ni home, alileta hiyo point akiuliza how can we educate ama how can we angerespondia huyu mama boga aje. Juu huyu mama alimueleza ya kwamba ati siwezi kufunga kwa sababu, na ni ukweli, huyo mtu lazima auze mandazi, lazima auze kahawa ndio apate hata ya kukula that one day. This is my response to Kenya ni home. Ujue kitu ya kwanza, the first thing kitu mtu ambaye dictatorship who promote, it is economic sabotage. The minute I make you hungry, literally, kwamba uwezi kujilisha jioni, nimekushika. That's how you end up unapata tuko na sijui ni kama ni house manager ama ni soldier ama ni mtu fulani ambaye analipwa pesa ambayo ya kwamba by the time afikishe end month I make sure lazima tarehe moja atarudi kazi. So in other words, let us be aware ama kuweza kujulisha huyu Wanjiku, huyu mwenye anauza hiyo boga, mwenye anauza hiyo, kwamba it is actually an intention of every dictatorial leadership to make sure that the people remain as poor as possible. Why? So that they remain as dependent as possible on the system. Hiyo inakuanga ni intentional. And so many people, and a lot of bad governance happens, watu wanapoingia na wanajua shida yenu ni nini, ati ni unga. Sasa tuseme yule mtu aliletewa unga tu 2022, hiyo unga alikula siku ngapi? So huyu mama mwenye anashindwa atafunga aje siku 3, alafu ndio afanye sabotage. Mueleze kwamba kutofunga, kwani hata ukifunga ukiambiwa na priest wako ama whatever, si watu wanafunga kwa makanisa hata siku 7 na bona wakufi wakitafuta spiritual breakthrough. So how come huwezi funga duka hata siku 2 useme wacha nikule hii stock lakini nijikoboe kutoka kwa hii shida niko naye? Because this is the point. Hata usipofunga hiyo duka, hata usipofunga hiyo kiosk ya sausage, hata usipofunga hiyo furniture shop ya second hand vitu, the thing is hautaenda anywhere, hautasomesha watoto, hata kesho yako hauna. So it's an issue of liberation. Ikishafika ni decide, yeah, which is the worst, which is the better good or which is the worst evil. Unaona? So in other words, inafika mahali unasema unajua nini? Wacha nikaenjoy hiyo siku 2 ni ukweli. Wacha nikule hii stock. Because after all, hata nikikula leo na kesho, I'll be here for the next 10 years. Swali nijiulize ni, mimi kama Wanjiku, mimi kama Veda, mimi kama Hoka, do I really want to go through this for the next 20 years or 5 years? And on top of that, do I really, like seriously, do I really want my kids
to go through this? If the answer is no, I will be willing to sacrifice 3 days or 2 days for at least atakama sio for me, but at least for the better of tomorrow. Sio mimi, for my child. At least asipate system ya itamdhurumu vile mimi nimedhurumiwa. So hiyo ni response yangu kwa Kenya ni home akiuliza. So that's how you need to repackage this policy. Isionekane kama ni kitu out of reach. So, cause what happens, tukiona ni kitu iko mbali sana tuwezi afikia, tunaachia the few Moraras, tunaachia the few Ericos, tunaachia the few Dawaks. And man is man. Inafika mahali unaangalia ukiona ground haiko nawe hata unachoka. Why? Because after all, Morara at 29 has achieved more than some people in their 50 year wameachieve even on his own. Na ndio sababu ametokelezea. Unajua kuna kitu ingine watu hawajuagi saa zingine maybe, na siwezi kublame mtu yeyote. Kuna hii kitu inaitwa hierarchy Maslow whatever of needs, hierarchy of needs, kwamba binadamu kwanza lazima pale chini kabisa lazima utosheleze basic needs zako, ambazo ni food, ambazo ni makao, alafu ambao ni safety, ile kukua haukai mahali kila siku kisikia. Hiyo ni basic. And then now from there unatoka unaenda hii ngazi nyingine ya pili, ambayo sasa unaanza kutafuta sasa mambo za kukaa, mbona kama ni ujuzi, kama ni technology, kama ni education, alafu sasa unaenda ile ya tatu. Sasa na ya mwisho inaitwa actualization. Actualization ni pale ambapo unafika zile shida ziko ghorofa ya kwanza, ya pili na ya tatu hazikuhusu. My friends, that's where Morara is. That's where kina Eriko wako. And unfortunately, that is where the government and the leadership wako katika hiyo area inaitwa actualization. But this is what happens.